Hello, hello. We are getting some things set up. Allie will be joining in just a moment. Hello, hello. Getting everything set up. Allie should be joining soon, and we'll just be answering some questions about the new program. I've got all of my tech set up here. So I have this computer, and I have this computer, and I have my phone. I am the IT department here. Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's our first time really doing one of these types of live streams. So we're still figuring out how it works. But that's okay. That's all right. Gonna pop this up just to have something to show if anyone shows up here. And then we will get started soon. Oh, you are muted. Let me see.
So sorry about that.
That is okay. There we go.
Great. I'm outside, but I'm just walking to a bench so I can sit down and enjoy our chat about our upcoming program.
Awesome. We should be live on everything, I think.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for organizing this technology, Devin.
It's a new experience for both of us.
Good. Well, I had like a little trouble figuring it out. I think I needed to be on, for some reason, it wanted me to be on Safari and not Chrome. So that messed me up.
That's interesting.
So, can you see if anyone has joined us by any chance, or is it just us?
Right now, I think it's just us. I have to keep checking all of the different places that we have it.
Good. Well, I was thinking that we could. Do you want to just like talk about it? What our upcoming program is about just right now, and then if people watch this later, they can enjoy our chat. Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Okay, good. All right, I'm almost at this bench. Sorry.
That is all good. Where did it go?
Good. I'm enjoying the evening here in LA. It's at a golf course. Doing one of my favorite pastimes. Right, here we go. Done. So,
Perfect.
So yeah, I was thinking about like the program that we finished a few weeks ago with our other students, and I was sort of reflecting on how what we learned as teachers for Korean actors, what we learned from that experience. So I was what did you think? What did you think was something that we helped them with the most? What would you say?
I think it was a good approach that kind of blended the industry information and kind of figuring out what was the same and what was different and in what ways, which I think is really good to know because it would be difficult to go into a situation and think either everything is exactly the same or everything is completely different. I just think it's helpful to know where you have something to stand on and where you should
True. I
go ahead
agree.
and be
I
prepared
agree.
with that. Yeah.
I thought that I was really surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised, but I was so happy that they seemed to feel more confident with their English. Like, to me, that was one of the bigger benefits that they got, that I of course I knew that they would have that, but it was just really nice to see them feel like they had felt more confident in their English. Like, one of
Mhm.
the students had a meeting with a casting director that was from America and had felt confident enough to like start a conversation with that person
Yeah.
and network with her.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was really exciting news to hear, that maybe before taking the class they wouldn't have had that confidence. So I was so happy that like we had hopefully played a small part in that growth. So yeah, that was one of the
Yeah.
best things I felt like, was their confidence in English.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So I guess what we thought of as sort of co-teachers in this was that this class, which we already did once and we would like to put on again, is like the sort of more starting point for actors, because that portfolio is the major starting point for
Mhm.
learning to be part of the business here in LA. So yeah, that's a good place for new students to start and just get a feel for our teaching style and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm glad that we learned a little bit, changed it a little tiny bit. But I'm glad we're repeating that class because it just seems like the perfect way to start the journey about learning, about bringing your work to a wider audience.
I agree. So what do you think we have two different programs that we're kind of launching next. And one of them, like you said, is the program we ran kind of a test pilot run of that was pretty successful, or the students that we had were super excited with it. So first, maybe we can talk about what did we change with that first program, because it is mostly the same. It did well the first time. So what were the things we decided to change for we'll call it program 1. We should probably have better names.
I know. I agree. Well, I think one thing that we want to change a little bit is to integrate the English with another topic so that the class is sort of broken into, isn't just like English for one whole class and, more of a sort of actor related topics for the other classes. It seems like, like if we break it half ish, then it's a little bit more, it's not boring, but it keeps you kind of like, you learn something and then you practice it into something. So I think we've refined that aspect of the class, and I think that's going to make a big, it's just going to make it a little bit more exciting. I think sometimes I thought, as your co-teacher, I could be like, oh, well, it's an English class today, so I can just like be quiet. And so it's good that we can just we can each do our thing every week or every lesson with them.
Yeah. It's good from teaching perspective. Particularly if you're running a lot of classes or if you're doing these back to back, it is nice to be able to be like, okay, I really only have to be on one time this week, and then I can kind of sit back and take it in, and I only have to prepare for once this week, and that can be good. But also, like you said, for students, it can be good to do the back and forth. Because we are still building on the topics. So it's not like going from completely unrelated thing to unrelated thing.
Right. And it's tiring when we both know as language learners ourselves, like it's exhausting doing kind of one, learning about something in another language. So it's good to kind of change and like, okay, I've got through that. What's going to be next, So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think like going through the sort of more practice class that we did already, I think that we made some interesting changes to make it a little bit more like the benefit can be even greater, hopefully.
I think so too. So then the next question would be, what is the difference between program 1 and program 2?
Good question. I think what we felt our students really enjoyed was like practicing monologue or like monologues or scene studies. And so we realized like to take their acting in English to another level, we'll do more exercises where we're sort of putting their skills into practice. So this next program is going to, almost each class will have a little bit of everything. So it will have the language learning and language. It's not language learning. What's the best way to describe some of the exercises that you do?
Yeah, it's what we decided we felt was a good way to start for both of the programs was really to focus on like the physical and you could almost call it musical aspects of language. So we're not teaching grammar necessarily. We will talk about vocabulary, mostly actually in your sections
Yep.
of the class. So there will be some vocabulary there, but it's not presented in the way that you would normally do vocabulary in like an English class or a language class. It's more natural. You come to the vocabulary in a more natural way. So what my portion really focuses on is the pronunciation. So how do you physically make these sounds? Um, and then, like I said, kind of the music of it. The technical term you could call maybe prosody or something like that. But really just thinking of the rhythm, the tone, how to sound more natural speaking in English. Because a lot of the feedback that you got when speaking to different people in the industry was that the number one thing that is going to help international actors the most is going to be one, able to communicate in English well, but then two, will really give them a leg up if they can speak English without an accent.
That's right.
So that's a lot of what we focus on is how to work that the physical aspect of speaking English there.
So that is sort of for our second program, which we could call like our mastery class or master
Mhm.
class. It's a combination of practicing the English, but in that very practical kind of way, learning another level of kind of the way the business works in LA, because beyond just creating your actor portfolio, like I wanted to go into some more some topics about um, stereotypes and other things that are just like really within the last like few years have just like moved forward for
Mhm.
actors who aren't you know who didn't see themselves on the screen when they were growing up potentially, and when they started to, it was often in like very stereotypical roles.
Mhm.
And now it's just wonderful to see that growth and the opportunity for characters to have like to let's say like to break down barriers of what people's perceptions of them are. So yeah, so we'll sort of talk about that and just different things that like are going on here so that people can get like a really solid understanding.
Mhm.
And then we wanted to sort of within almost every class have a kind of exercise where we can kind of play a game that is kind of
Mhm.
like an acting related exercise so that they can practice their actual acting skills in English, because
Mhm.
it's one thing to be a good actor in your mother tongue, but to be able to sort of show your emotions and be vulnerable in another language is
Yeah.
something that's totally different. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to kind of go on this journey with these students. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be interesting to see how it ties together a lot of the different topics that we bring up. So on one hand, it is the pronunciation, the rhythm, and all of that, but also, like you said, your class on your actor type. So understanding, what kind of characters are going to be best fitting for you based on just how you look and how you present yourself. How to read with someone else, I know is another topic, and we'll show the topic list here in a moment so people can see what all of them are. But all of those things kind of build up to working on, a scene, a table read, things like that, which is what we wanted to do in the program, is really just building up to that. As much of the full process as we could realistically create here.
In an online, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been busy working on inviting some special guests to join some of our classes. So I was just talking to a headshot photographer who works with actors and models,
Oh,
and
nice.
he's very excited to come and join and talk to the students. And I have a casting director who would like to come as well, so that's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
We, in many ways, like it kind of, I love to get because there's so many people I could just give a call to and ask. Um, we can almost also just get suggestions from our students as well, like who do you want to get to know, like what are you wondering about, and I can just open up my phone contacts list and ask. Because one good thing is, like, I often talk to other people, so quite often we all help each other with those kinds of things, so it's good.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to inviting a few people to talk to the students.
I think that'll be exciting. I know we had a Korean American actor for our first program come in and actually chatted with the students for quite a while. I wasn't sure if he was,
I
because I
know.
know he's so busy. I wasn't sure if he's only going to be able to pop in for like 10 or 15 minutes, but he, sat there, answered a bunch of questions. We even were going through, what were we doing with our pronunciation? Oh, just talking about different emotions, how you can read a
Yeah, yeah.
with different emotions. And he even kind of gave his perspective as a native English speaker and actor, because we would try it, you and I would try it, but we're not actors. So,
Yeah,
there's
that was fun.
only so much we can do there. So yeah, that was a lot of fun too.
And yeah, I also am gonna bring another Korean American actor, director, executive producer, showrunner, you name it. He's had that experience. He works in theater, and he's been a theater professor as well. So
Oh,
he's going to join us for a couple of classes, and he speaks. He said he speaks pretty good Korean. So let's see if he can play some games with the students. Yeah. He currently works on a show. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Bossy Bear. It's it's a cartoon on Nickelodeon, which is like a children's network,
okay.
and it's a Korean American cartoon. I did not know that there was a
Oh,
Korean American
wow.
cartoon.
I
Yeah.
didn't either. I'll take my
So,
son to watch it.
yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, they make kimchi, and I watched a few clips. It was
Oh,
good.
nice.
I know. I would have liked, if I had to sit and watch cartoons. I would like to watch that one.
Yeah, that would be fun.
So yeah, he's excited to be part of the program as well.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna show just the flyers that we have ready. I'm gonna share
Okay.
that up here. I'm gonna hide us so that work? No. Okay. I don't know how to show this and be able to speak at the same time. So technical Okay, technical difficulties because I'm trying to figure out how to show what we're looking at and people be able to hear us because I realize that's not happening. Maybe this way.
Did it? Oh yeah, that looks pretty smart.
Okay, we'll try that. I don't know if it's easy to read, but
yeah. Well, I was saying I've been able to put up on the Upstage Entertainment website the details about like the sort of each week what topics we'll be covering. But I was just wondering if you might talk a little bit about if someone is interested in signing up or if they have questions about the program, how can they get in touch with us and like what should they do if they want to find like go to the next step?
yes. So the easiest thing to do is just contact me and I can, if you have questions in Korean, you can still send me a message. I can usually respond, at least through text. We do have a native Korean speaker on the banter team. So if you need to talk on the phone for any reason or anything like that, I can connect you with Jihoon, and he'll be happy to answer some questions.
That's good.
About that, which will be helpful. And I think, oops, I thought I had my email on here. I do.
Oh yeah,
But
yes, I think it is. So
oops, it's gonna cover your face
there
for a
it
second.
is. Perfect. That's fine. I wanted to ask you again, one more important question is if I was going to bring a friend to do the class with me, is like what kind of like is there a price reduction to do the class if you let's say bring a friend?
Yeah, so we wanted to make this having other people in the class is so important that it really does help you learn better. So part of why we wanted to offer a bring a friend type discount is just to encourage people to do even better in the class than they would on their own. So we can offer 25% for both people off of the rate. If you're looking at the rate and you're thinking, oh, this is still just a lot, contact me. We'll be happy to see if we can work something out that is, reasonable for you. And, we're happy to try to make things work. We're not trying to become billionaires off of
Yeah, no, I agree. And
online
I mean,
training.
this is we just started this business and so it's really important for us to try to help like to me and I know for you it's the same. Our number one aim is to just to help people and
Mhm.
help them become better communicators and better actors and feel confident. So yeah, we really just want to start building our reputation in Korea because, as you can see, we both of us aren't native Koreans, though we are. We both have like our own strong appreciation for the culture and the entertainment in general, which is what really drew us to starting this business. Devin, you've been doing it longer than me. Do you want to just tell some of the like just a I like we're probably are we finished our time or you want to I just like do you want to
Um,
tell the our any people who watch this a little bit about what drew you to be interested in helping Korean people?
yeah, it was kind of a roundabout journey, honestly. I had started working as an English coach, is what I was called at the time, an English coach, which in 2017, 18, maybe early 19. I don't remember. It's been a while. And at the time, I was working mostly with a lot of people, a lot of upper management and executive type people at companies like HPE, LG, Apple Korea. Skechers, and so on. Had a lot of clients from those kinds of roles and those kinds of companies. And as that sort of grew on, I just felt like, and I did more of my own research. I thought, what's really important is being able to just really focus on the language skills that you need to live your life. And that's going to vary depending on what your goals are in your life. For most adults, it is their career. So they usually need another language for their career. Enough to train for a language. If you're just traveling, you can probably just memorize some travel phrases and you'll be fine.
Right. This is different.
Yeah. So with this, then I just thought, okay, well, if we're doing industry, what is an industry that I personally have both experience and excitement about? So at the time I was working in a financial information company or something. So I was I do have experience in this, but I'm not very excited about it.
Right.
But most of my education and most of the work I've done outside of that was related to entertainment in some way, whether it's music, theater, filmmaking, not really acting specifically, but I did filmmaking, screenwriting, novel writing, that sort of thing. So I thought, I think I should focus in this. And it was just this great response. A lot of people were really positive about, oh, this is so needed. It's so helpful that it is so specific. And then we're not trying to teach everything in English. We're just trying to teach what is important to you, not just the language, which is why I love the program that we're working on, because it's not just about learning a language. It's about learning the culture. It's about learning how the business functions, in where it comes from, how to figure out what your place is within that industry or that career or whatever it is. So this has been a great combination of things that we're able to bring about that I think will help people in more ways than you would expect.
Yeah, exactly. In the sense, just having more confidence in themselves generally. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just think, yeah, learning anything new just gives you a feeling of empowerment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's good. And
Definitely.
yeah, for me, I was like the crash landing on you addict of rabbit hole of Korean dramas. And yeah, I just fell head over heels just in that world of actors
Mm-hmm.
doing such an amazing job. And I felt like uh, in my work as a manager for actors and writers in America, I was like, oh, I would love to help actors and writers who, make content that I just adore. So I just thought, oh, I want to try and help them learn more so that they can come here, because I think American people are missing out on some of the skills that they have. So yeah, I'm hoping. And also I think one thing as well, which we're both understanding a little bit more, is that Korean Americans are, a lot of people have an interest in learning more about Korean culture and reconnecting to in that direction. And so
Mm-hmm.
if you and I can be part of some Korean Americans journey to try and take their work back, that would be exciting as well. So yeah, we'll just
Mm-hmm.
see what happens. We're still just exploring this journey ourselves, but it's fun. And it makes us feel excited to be part of
Mm-hmm.
it. So yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Very
Good. Well,
nice.
should we
Well,
finish off?
yeah,
Do
I
you
think
think? Yeah.
so.
All right. Well, yeah.
If people get a chance to come back and rewatch this, if you need the more information, if you're seeing this on Instagram, we've both posted information on the program to our individual Instagram pages. Mine is at Can You Banter, and Allie's is at Upstage Connect. I think, is
Upstage
that right?
Connect. That's right.
Upstage
Yeah,
Connect.
so please do kind of come in any way to meet us and ask more questions. We are so excited to just be part of everybody's growth and you
Mhm.
know, feeling empowered. So yeah, thank you so much for listening, and it was really fun to talk to you. Always, Devin. I love talking
Yeah,
to you.
it's a great time.
Okay, good.
Enjoy
All right,
your
so
golf time.
pardon?
Enjoy your golf time.
Oh, I can see they're on the last hole, so that's really good. I was almost done myself when I took a break. I was actually playing so badly, so you've done me a favor. It was like
Great.
it was humiliation level bad today. But it was a beautiful day. That's all that matters.
It is. It is. All right. Well, thank you, and we
All
will
right.